Hello, Pastor Chad here. Just want to give you all a quick video update as we face all of this coronavirus craziness. A lot of cancellations have been happening, school cancellations, activities, and most of you know by now that we have canceled our services for the next 2 weeks here at church. That is through March 29th. This is per the request of the White House to suspend gatherings of 10 or more people for the next 15 days, or 15 days from Monday when that request was given. And so we want to honor that request and join our nation in trying to put this virus at bay. And we think that's the best way that we can love God and love neighbor. And of course, in these weeks to come, we want to do whatever else we can to love God and to love neighbor as a church body. And so there are some challenges because, on one hand, we want to serve others, but on the other hand, we kind of need to stay away from others. And so this will just be an ever-evolving kind of thing, and we're just continually brainstorming on ways that we can, first of all, Pastor Alex and I, how we can minister to you as a church, and of course, videos like this, digital formats is going to be a primary way. But I realize that we have church members that maybe aren't on the internet much or at all, and so we want to think of ways that we can engage them as well, and we're going to work to do that with our deacons and the deacon family ministry that we have, or just phone calls, cards, things like that. But what we're looking at right now is one primary way that we're going to be able to serve and minister to you is through a live stream of these next 2 Sundays for our services. And that's going to be on our Facebook page, but understand you do not have to have a Facebook account for that. You can just go to facebook.com/First Baptist Monroe City. And at 10:30 this coming Sunday and the next Sunday, we'll be there live streaming, and you just got to click on it and watch. And so what I'm holding up here is a letter, and it has the URL there. But this is a letter that I just sent out this morning to church members, and as Jane Ann was folding these and putting them in the envelopes, I was already thinking, this is going to be out of date by the time people get it. But I wanted to send hard copies out, largely because there are people in the church who maybe aren't plugged in on the internet and wanted to communicate to them, and then just I want to be able to communicate in as many ways as possible to you. So. This does have some good and helpful information in it. Of course, it gives the dates for our cancellations, the URL for our live stream. Another thing on here that we'll just kind of see how this goes. First of all, we'll see if people are interested in this. Second of all, we'll see if this is in fact a good idea. But I'll just read to you what I have here on the letter. We can facilitate small groups of less than 10 people for anyone who may desire to view or participate in the Sunday services in fellowship with others. That is, and this would be a good option for people who don't have the internet if they want to watch the service. Maybe there's a home that wants to open their doors to a few people to have fellowship, but also to even give that opportunity for others who don't have what they need to watch and to participate. So there, it's a wonderful idea that Alex brought up in our deacons meeting, and Alex is going to facilitate this. His contact information is on here. If you are willing to host or want to participate in one of these groups, so we'll see if there's any interest, and then also we'll just kind of continually evaluate to see, okay, is it even a good idea for us to do this? Right now, the recommendation is groups, no larger than 10 people or 10 or more people. But I know at the same time that, generally speaking, the advice is stay at home if you can. So we want to do our best to maintain fellowship, to encourage one another, but also to be safe and to respect guidelines that are put out there by professionals, by our government. What else? I don't want to take too much time here. Um, take a look at this letter. It's coming in the mail, but I also will send it in an email and even link it on this Facebook post. But this also gives the encouragement of continuing in your giving, because of course that's important, especially if it's possible that this might extend beyond 2 weeks. Again, this is an ever-changing thing, so we need the gifts of our church members to continue with our regular ministries, and even as we support missionaries and other kinds of ministries around the globe. Those are important. So you can send your gifts to your offerings to 221 North Main. That's the church address. You can even just put it in the mail slot yourself, just to the right of the code door. We're even looking into an online giving option, which I think is going to be available soon, and so we'll provide some links for that whenever that comes available. But we're just brainstorming and trying to think of ways that we can minister in this unique time. One thing that I also outlined in this letter is family worship. How family worship is a very important thing that I've talked about a lot. And if you have not, if that's not a regular discipline in your home right now, this is an ideal time to start. And I ordered this morning 2 boxes of Don Whitney's book, Family Worship, and Pastor Alex and I were going to distribute those to families in our church, and try to get it in the hands of anyone who's involved with First Baptist that has kids in the home. Of course, even couples, though, and we all want to have our devotionals, whether they're individual or family or couples. That's an important thing. So family worship, family devotionals, this is a great time to start that. I'm going to provide you with a good resource that speaks of the importance of it and gives some good pointers on it. We're going to step aside from the Exodus sermon series until after Easter. We're going to do something unique these next 2 weeks with this gospel tract that I've made available to church members and have encouraged the use of this for evangelism. But it's not just for unbelievers. It's the gospel is for believers as well. And I'm just going to kind of use this as a format, as kind of the skeleton of my sermon. There's not a whole lot of content in here, but basically just going to utilize the points on this tract for my sermon. So that's called The Quest for Joy, and I think it'll be good for this unique time, especially with the online audience that we're going to have, and so I'm looking forward to that. Know that Alex and I and the deacons, we're here for you if you have any needs at all. I know this is a stressful time, not just because of the health concerns, but financial concerns and just being cooped up in your home and just the craziness of it all. So praying for you, want to help you, encourage you in whatever way that I can, and I know that's true for Alex and the deacons as well. Pray for Alex. He and Rhea have been up all night the past couple of nights with Selah. Selah has just yesterday was diagnosed with RSV, and she just has a really bad cough, and I think she is getting better, but pray for them. Pray for me as well. Most of you know that Saturday I threw out my back. I'm feeling like an old man, but I am getting better. But it's kind of crazy how things just kind of all seem to come at once, and so maybe you're facing other challenges as well on top of this coronavirus thing, and so that can really cause us to fall to our knees and trust in God. I think that's one way that the Lord wants to use this, to remind us of our need for Him, our dependence upon Him, and so embrace that, and I pray that this will be a time of spiritual renewal for us all as we face these very unique and challenging days ahead. So with that, I'm going to sign out, but I'm going. We'll continue to engage digitally like this, probably on Facebook Live from here on. And so again, even if you don't have a Facebook account, just pull it up on a tab in your browser. Facebook.com/First Baptist Monroe City, and you can check from time to time to see what content might be uploaded there. And again, the live streams will be there at 10:30 a.m. these next couple of Sundays. So with now, I really will sign out and talk to you later.